All right, folks, hello and welcome. We are finally here. We are finally at this point in time where I can officially release the full trailer. Now, in this one won't be like my other one, because my other one was mainly just showcasing the mod and then, slap the release date, tell you where to download, stuff like that. For this one, I really want to go in details about what the road so far is, what we currently have in this version available, that will be released, upcoming. And then for the future plans. So first, as you already know, if you watched the video I made a few weeks back, I had actually revamped my revamp mod. So version 1.1, which is this current version, is actually the new 1.0 version. Now, obviously, I'm not calling it 1.0 because that one's already been released, but this would be that. You see what I'm saying? So this is the base moveset redone, if that makes sense. So that's why for this moveset, it's not a part of any transformation. It's just a part of the base form itself. Now, with that being said, we do have some cool features for this base moveset. Now, previously, we had the custom sword. And hold on, let me say this right off the bat. This is supporting both male and female Earthlings. Should have done that previously at the time. I did not know how. I didn't know it'd be so easy to actually do it. I was really new at it, so apologize for that. But it's definitely available for both female and males this time around, which is why I'm actually showcasing it with the female Earthling character. Now, that being said, we're not even Uchihas at this point. There's no need to be, because this is just the base form moveset, and I'll get more into that right now. So for the base form moveset this time around, instead of being targeted with, previously I sort of threw too much in there for the base form. Like I had the Amaterasu, which is like my Gekio Sharingan skill, and that's like base form moveset. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty advanced. It's too much. And then I even threw in a universal pool, and that's a Renegade type shit. So I didn't like the way that it didn't actually match up. So for this one, my base form, I might just slap a 3 Tomoe Sharingan on it sometime in the near future. Maybe not though. But currently what you'll see is there won't even be any custom eyes. There's just no need to be, because and I'm about to show it in a minute. Well, actually in a few seconds. The moveset it's not solely designed for that of an Uchiha. It's just designed for a ninja. And so let's get into what I mean. So currently, right off the bat, you'll notice that for the light combo, we actually have dual wield kunai knives. And now what this means is that we do not have the sword this time around for the custom base form. So for the base form, we're using dual wield kunai knives. So let's get into that light combo. Got some teleporting features here. Really easy to infinite, like really easy. Should just be able to let's see. Oh yeah, let's get infinite. Now, I just didn't want to spoil the other combos, but let's get into the heavy combo first. Then I'll show you, some certain infinites and stuff you can pull off. So I just showed you the light combo, dual wield kunai knives, dual wield kunai knives, sorry. And now let's get into the heavy combo. Now for the heavy combo, we don't use those weapons. There's no need to. We're using blunt force, elbows, punches, and kicks. So let's get into that right now. So you can see punches. So actually, hold on. So we have punch, teleport, and back hit. I think that's a really fancy fury of punches. Then we have a grab. Yeah, we have a grab, not kick for this one. I do think that this, has a special feature, because if I'm not mistaken, it drags them to the ground regardless of the height. So yeah, so it will drag them to the ground regardless of the height. So that's fantastic. So if you're in like a tall map, something like space or something, or even if you're at the top of like Kami's Lookout, and then you were to do this combo on the opponent, it would drag them all the way down. They really have to suffer and wait, you know what I mean? That's pretty fancy. Now let's get into the light alt combo, which is the one I really was showcasing, because when I actually completed it, I was like, this fire effects looks pretty good. So let's get into that. So I do like the way this turned out. I like the way the explosion for the fireball itself. I think that's fantastic. So let's actually screen. Let's see. So yeah, I think that's fantastic. I really do like the effects that you see from like this point as well. That middle one, that will be removed. That's an easy fix. I forgot to do it earlier this morning when I had tested the installer. But I went ahead and yeah, I feel like this is a really good point for the fire effects. This is pretty cool. You actually even see this dude, dude, like you getting cooked over there, son. Like, look at this, look at this man. I've actually never seen that before, but yeah. So where did he even go? Okay. But yeah, so that's the fireball effect as well. That's the good combo. I do like that one. That's the one like the easy to see, like you can easily do that after that combo as well. Then actually, if I'm not mistaken, you can even teleport after, and then you can combo as well if you're fast enough. Now let's get into the final combo, which is the heavy alt combo. Now this one really takes the cake in my opinion, and that's because this one has the most to offer. Now let's get into the first part. So right off the bat, you can already tell we have a nice teleporting kick. So what it does is it knocks them down to the ground. Now this is important because what we do next is a Kamui shuriken throw. Now this is actually really cool because this is what Kakashi used when he used his full form Susanoo, if I'm not mistaken, at it was like towards the end of Shippuden, if I remember correctly. It's been a few years, but I do know that it was Kakashi who uses it. But I think he had like 6 or 8, something like that. I know he had like multiple amounts, but currently I just added the 1 for the combo itself, and you can see that that's a really cool one. And then next, obviously, we have the Chidori. Now the Chidori combo, obviously very basic effects. I had to rush this. I had to rush this one so much. So, and that's because for the mechanics, for the skill of Chidori that I have in mind, I couldn't get that done in time for this release. So you currently won't actually see a Chidori skill in the mod, not yet. As soon as that's done, then you'll know about it. But yeah, so we have it implemented in the combo itself. Again, very low visuals on the effects, but the animation is good. The animation is not the actual issue. You have the charge, you have the strike, and currently I just made a teleport because I was actually running into some issues with the actual movement. But again, more on that at a later date. So yeah, those are the new base form combos. So now let's get into what you can expect in the future. Now we're running a little long because they're already 8 minutes in, so I really want to wrap this up around like the 10-11 minute mark. So what I'll be doing from here on out is releasing hot fixes. And what those would be like maintenance updates and effects updates. So and again, to quick summarize what those are. So like for certain things, like if like a combo doesn't like connect, 100% of the time, then I'll quickly release a fix, and what it'll do is it'll fix that specific combo. Now the only thing about those is that those won't be nearly as wide of a gap in time for each release, because like version 1.0 of the mod was released like back in like October 19th, if I remember correctly, and this one is like December. You see what I'm saying? Those would probably be like weekly or every other week, to a month, something like that. It depends on my Xenoverse 2 mod and workflow that I decide to partake in. But yeah, so those will be future maintenance updates. Also in regards to my Patreon, I'm actually changing my Patreon, so it'll be just completely optional. Every mod that I do from here on out, at least for the time being, maybe in the future I might change it and go back to Patreon, 2 to 3 week early access bonuses, stuff like that. But currently, for the near future, you can just get everything access for free at the time that it's released, with no need to wait, stuff like that. And that's just because it's just better that way, in my opinion, for me to, you know, make faster updates, for me to just offer the content out there, and it also just increases the quality of the mod. With that being said, the Patreon will still be available, but obviously it'll just be fully optional this time. There are currently, and let me say this, you can quote me on this, there are currently no bonuses for being a Patreon subscriber, so that way, you know, you don't have to feel like, oh, you know, you need to do that this time around. But yeah, so that's how we're doing this. So expect a lot of mini updates, and that'll just be, you know, fix certain combo aspects, upgrade certain effects. Obviously I'll keep you updated with my whips, that way you'll know when, you know, to check the VGM or Nexus site, whichever one you decide to download the mod from. But yeah, so that's the future of the mod. So we'll be doing a lot of maintenance fixes, hot fixes, or whatever I call them. We'll release everything available to the public instead of just, you know, Patreon exclusive early access mods. And so, oh, also, so real quick, so as for the future, so once we fully finalize, as in like I fixed all the little bugs of this base form moveset, then I'm also gonna, you know, I really want to change a lot of the base form, not just the attack, so like even like the movement, you know, stuff like this. I plan on changing. That's something that I'm looking forward to doing. Should be possible. I don't see why not. Obviously, I have to check that, obviously. But yeah, so I'll definitely be doing more, you know, animation and modeling work these next few weeks. With that said, folks, we're wrapping this up here. GG's. Again, if I haven't said it already, this support both male and female Earthlings. But yeah, so thank you for bearing with me this far. I will release this probably, I'm thinking Friday. I think Friday. Release it on a Friday. This is because Friday's a good fucking day. You know what I mean? Friday's the end of the week. Although if people did have finals, you know what? I might release it tomorrow then, to be honest. Because if people have finals, you know, I'll do it Friday. I'll do Friday. Yeah. Yeah, it's just no point, because I do know that a lot of people finished their finals today. So, you know, congrats to you. But yeah, so I'll release this Friday. That's like the 24th, if I remember correctly. Should be. But yeah, stay tuned for more, you know, for more future progress. Thank you for bearing with me this far. 13 minutes, not too long. And yeah, folks, so definitely be sure to check out the VGM mod site. I'll probably post on my Twitter when it's available to download. So make sure you follow me on Twitter if you're not already, and I'll see you around.